When working with 3 days per week, I'd say the most common split you're going to see is full body. Three full body sessions separated by either 1 or 2 rest days. I think that's a great way to go about it, and it's worked for lifters of all levels for decades. There are benefits to this approach, and even more advanced lifters can play the frequency game when using something like a heavy, light, medium method, where you're getting 2 to 3 times muscle group frequency while manipulating loading and exercise selection to preserve the joints and tendons. Some may go with push pull legs or any other split with 1 time per week frequency, like a lower torso bro. But there's one split I don't see many people talking about that I think could work well for a lot of lifters, and that is full body, lower body, upper body. You have a full body session, 2 rest days, lower and upper body sessions stacked back to back in whichever order you prefer, and then 2 more rest days before hitting full body again the following week. I really like this for people who have busy work weeks but free weekends because we can stack 2 heavy-duty sessions together with lower body and upper body on Saturday and Sunday. And outside of that, all you have to do is get in a full body session 1 time during the week, ideally on Wednesday. Now, you can run this on any configuration of days, but I think for a lot of people, having the 2 stacked sessions Saturday and Sunday is going to be a good idea because you'll have more time to train and the energy tanks will be full. You're not run down by a long day of work or school, and you can hit it hard in each session. Now, this does depend on how your life is set up. For some people, it may be harder to find time to lift on the weekends. Maybe your days are pretty full with plans, activities with the family, stuff like that. Perhaps the diet is trash around this time and you like to go out and have drinks or something. In those scenarios, maybe keep the weekend free. But anyways, I like hitting most muscle groups twice per week personally. I think that's a good baseline for most serious natural lifters, and this split can allow you to do this for at least most of the body, depending on how you set it up. But there are no rules. You can tailor this split to your goals. Now, one glaring downside here is that you're not going to be able to hit certain muscle groups with the optimal weekly volume of 20 to 40 sets.
20, 30, or even 40 or more working sets.
I have never seen his breaky out.
8+ reps was it.
A blue lobster is a rare, like it only happens 1 in 2 million.
Gatorade, take a month off of training. Once a year.
Just kidding, but let's take a look at what this might look like. I'm going to focus on the full body session during the week. The lower and upper sessions could be comprehensive at most and scaled back based on how much work you want to do. For a minimalistic full body session where we still want to cover a lot of bases, here is what I would include, and let's talk about the lower body first. We want to hit the major muscle groups, so glutes, hams, and quads. I'd recommend doing this with 2 different movements, and what you choose for one movement may impact what you choose for the other. So first, a hip hinge or hamstring isolation movement, and second, a squat, another kind of heavy-duty quad movement like a leg press, and quad isolation, which is probably going to be a leg extension. If we go hip hinge, say with a Romanian deadlift, glutes and hams are covered, and from there you could choose anything for the quads. For myself, I'd probably go with a more stable, heavy quad movement like a quad-focused leg press or hack squat. And if you go with a leg curl for the hamstrings and still want to cover all your bases, I just make sure we pick something other than a leg extension for the second exercise so we can get some glutes in. A barbell back squat would work well in that scenario. So now let's move on to the upper body. I'd make sure to include a pull and a press. So for the upper body pull, I'd take our exercise selection from the lower body portion into consideration when selecting a movement here. If we did an RDL or another sort of deadlift variation for the hinge, our lower back might be a bit fatigued, so I think a vertical pull would fit well in this slot, something like a pull-up or some kind of chest-supported row where the lower back is taken out of the picture. Now, say you went with a hamstring curl and a leg press. I think there's room in this session to do a more fatiguing row like a barbell row or T-bar row. Now for the upper body press, we're going to try and cover some combination of front and side delts, chest, and triceps. No single press truly hits all these muscle groups effectively, so I'd select this based on your goals and what you enjoy to do. And you can always fill in gaps if you're willing to add in more movements in this full body session. So this is my framework for a minimalistic full body session. From there, you can tailor to your goals and consider adding things like core direct arm work, isolation for the side and rear delts, calves, traps, neck, forearms, and adductors. So I take lifting pretty seriously, and if I were running the split myself, trying to get as jacked as possible, I would try and cover a lot of bases in this full body session. So this is probably how I'd structure it. We have a hinge, a horizontal or incline press, a big quad movement, an upper body pull. So these 4 movements would serve as the foundation for the session. And then from there, I would add in 2 supersets, one for the biceps and triceps and another for the side and rear delts. And then I would add in a core movement and a calf isolation. Then on the weekend, I would have comprehensive lower and upper body days, and this is what those might look like. So for the lower body day, I'd have another hinge, hamstring isolation, quad isolation, which for me is always a leg extension, and then another big quad movement. And then I would have calf and core work. And for the upper body day, I would have a vertical pull, a vertical press, horizontal pull, a horizontal or incline press, and then isolation for the arms, and side and rear delts. And again, there are no rules here. The example I've given is a lot of work. Most lifters would probably benefit from a more minimalistic setup. You can do this many different ways. The important thing is that you're sticking to a plan, using good technique, and putting forth a high level of effort in each session. That's what's going to lead to progress over the long haul and get you closer to that Jason Blaha physique.
Let me give you guys a bicep shot first.
Alrighty, so if you have any questions on the split or need help setting it up, feel free to leave a comment or email me at zdspYT@gmail.com. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Check out my free training resources playlist. I have files you can use to plan out and track your training, keep a record of your PRs, and manage bulks and cuts. I also have a longer video in there that includes a couple free programs inspired by my Most Jacked Full Back series. Those programs come with tracking files and guidance on things like substitutions, intensity, volume, and progression. I'll be putting out more helpful content like this in the near future. That is all. Have a good day.